All right, in this part of the lab, part 1, what you see here is a tank set up. In the bottom there is water that has a pH indicator solution in it that changes from green to orange as it becomes more acidic. There's also a CO2 probe set in there that measures this carbon dioxide that's in the air within the tank. And there's a pH probe that's set down into the water that will measure the pH of the tank. On the little cell phone setup on the right side, the top number is the pH, the bottom number is the parts per million of carbon dioxide that's being measured. What they're going to do is they're going to light a candle within that tank. That candle, as it burns, is going through combustion. It's releasing carbon dioxide into the tank, and you'll see the resulting amount of carbon dioxide change, affecting the pH of the water. All right, at this time, please go and answer all of the lab questions for part 1 before continuing the video and watching part 2. All right, so now this is part 2 of the lab. Everything's pretty much the same. There's still pH indicator in the water. They have the CO2 probe, they have the pH probe, and they're going to light the candle. The difference this time is that they're going to put a piece of skeleton from a coral into the water. Those skeletons from coral contain a lot of calcium carbonate, so you're going to see if there's any difference in the reaction this time. In this next part of the video, we're looking at the change in the mass of the coral. So this piece here is taking the mass of the coral at the start of the experiment before it was put into that tank. And now this is after the coral was in the tank at the end of the experiment. You're going to use these values to answer some questions, so make sure that you recorded the values. You can always go back in the video to find the values again.